Hey everybody, it's Lon.TV. We're taking a look today at another odd piece of Amazon hardware. This is their sticky note printer. This just came out but was part of their Day 1 Editions program where they put out some concepts and they see if there's enough people that want to buy it to make it. And I figured, you know what? People who watch this channel like weird stuff, so I put in my money here and it showed up at the doorstep the other day. And what this does is it prints out little sticky notes on yellow pieces of paper, and these notes, of course, stick to things. And if you're a big fan of sticky notes, you might like what this printer can do. It doesn't do all that much, so this will be a pretty quick review, but we're going to take a look at the hardware and see what it's all about. But I do want to let you know, in the interest of full disclosure, that I paid for this with my own funds. All the opinions you're about to hear are my own. No one is paying for this review, nor has anyone reviewed or approved what you're about to see before it was uploaded. So let's get into it now and see what this weird printer is all about. Now, the price point on the printer is $115, and replacement paper rolls are sold in packs of 3 for approximately $20 each. Now, this is pretty much a receipt printer that you might see at the store. It is a thermal printer, and I'll give you an overhead view of it here. It comes with a roll of paper. This is about 78 feet long. That's about 23.7 meters. The color that it comes with is yellow, but the replacement rolls that you can buy have different color options. There is some adhesive on the left and right-hand side of the paper, and the adhesive sticks pretty nicely. It reminds me a lot of a Post-it note insofar as the strength of the adhesive. It doesn't leave a residue on surfaces. It sticks to things quite well, like plastic and glass and wood and everything else that I stuck to it. So if you are sticking Post-it notes to things, these will stick just fine. Just know, though, that the adhesive doesn't go across the paper. It goes up and down based on how the printer works. And what it does is it's got a blade inside that will cut the paper as it prints. So there's really no set length to what you print out with it. It's really easy to get the roll of paper in. You just drop it in here and extend out the paper as my camera focuses, and then you put the lid back down here. I like to push the button when I insert the paper just to get everything realigned, and that button push will print out a short little test page, and then it will make a slice here so you can see how it prints, and then you're ready to go. Now, this pairs up with your Amazon Echo devices. So if you have a recent one like I've got here, it will pair up directly with the device. I believe it uses Bluetooth to initially establish its Wi-Fi connection. You can also use your Amazon A-Word app to pair up the printer with your network. And this works over Wi-Fi, so once it's set up, you can put it anywhere in the house, and then any Amazon device that's on your account can print stuff out to it. Now, what can you print? Well, not much. Let's take a look at that. Now, we're going to be using my Echo Show here, and my trigger word is computer. If you are using the same trigger word as I am, you might want to mute your devices for a little bit, but I figured I would change it off the default A words. I don't set off most people's devices. I'm going to unmute here and start with the basics. Computer, print a note.
What do you want to print?
Kids, clean up your room when you get home.
Your note was sent to the Amazon
And
printer.
that is probably about 85% of what you're going to do with this printer, which is basically have it print out some instructions here for your children to clean up their room when they get home. And now we've got the note here printed on yellow paper. It sticks to stuff. And a little bit earlier, we did a live stream to see how long these notes can be. And the most you're going to get out of it is about a sentence length. Now, the print quality on this is not great. I found that it gets a little light in the middle. There doesn't appear to be any way to adjust the print quality on this thing either. So what you see is pretty much what you get here. And in looking at some of the reviews, it appears like most people's experiences are close to what I am experiencing here. And there's not much else you can print from this. So for example, I can have it print out some shopping lists. Computer, print my shopping list.
Your shopping list
And it'll give you a
Amazon
nicely
printer.
formatted shopping list here, which is coming off the printer now. And so you could stick this to your checkbook or something and go shopping. But really, that's about it. I mean, I can have it do a few other things. I was able to get it to print this super long crossword puzzle from the Los Angeles Times. So if there are applications and skills in the Amazon A-Word ecosystem that support printing, there's a good chance that this will support it, although I don't know how practical it is to fill out a crossword puzzle on a piece of paper this thin and long, but it's there if you want to do it. But beyond that, it doesn't do all that much. I'm impressed with how fast it prints. I'm looking at a lot of different ideas that I could have for triggering prints automatically for different events that might happen around the house. But at the moment, this does not appear to be working with the Amazon routines. And surprisingly, it does not yet support printing out recipes. I think they could easily add that somewhere in the software layer, but right now, when you ask to print a recipe, it doesn't know what to do with that request. So you're kind of limited to the Post-it notes that we just saw, the lists of stuff, and you can do things like a little maze or a Sudoku puzzle or your super long crossword puzzle here, but that is pretty much it. And so I'm kind of disappointed that this doesn't do more than what you just saw here. And the good news is that they can make it do more if they add some more functionality to the software. So there are now a number of people who pre-ordered this thing that are getting them, and hopefully those numbers will tell Amazon to put a little more TLC into the use case here. Now, if you're wondering, this does show up on your network as a network printer. Both my Mac and Windows computers find it automatically, but I cannot find a driver that works with it. I have tried PCL, a couple of the Zebra protocols, along with PostScript, and nothing works. So my computer can connect to the printer, but I can't print anything out from the computer. Now, it looks like the printer is manufactured by a company called Cubanote, and this Amazon printer looks identical to their Cubanote Pro, and it uses the same paper. I did investigate on their website to see if I could find drivers for the Cubanote Pro, and I was not able to get those drivers functional. Additionally, I was not able to get the Cubanote app to work with this printer either, so they put in a custom Amazon firmware on it. And I think if we can find some drivers that work with this, the functionality of this might go up a few notches, just because you could just have this thing working like a regular printer, and you can easily print out some other stuff beyond what you're limited to right now with the Amazon ecosystem. So hopefully they add a little bit more to the software here, but at the moment I think you'd really be hard-pressed to find an adequate return on investment for this printer over buying a pack of Post-it notes and writing out a few instructions to your kids by hand. That's going to do it for now. Until next time, this is Lon.TV. Thanks for watching.
This channel is brought to you by the Lon.TV supporters, including gold level supporters Hot Sauce and Video Games, Brian Parker, Chris Allegretta, Tom Albrecht, Thomas Anfang, Jim Tanis, and Handheld Obsession. If you want to help the channel, you can by contributing as little as $1 a month. Head over to lon.tv/support to learn more. And don't forget to subscribe. Visit lon.tv/s.